We have 3 votes pending. I'm going to recognize the gentleman from Indiana, and then we will recess and come back.
Mr. Chairman, first of all, I want to congratulate you and Ms. Leighton for co-sponsoring, along with 75 other people, H.R. 2194, the Iran Sanctions Act of 1996, the expansion of that. The question I have of you, Mr. Chairman, is I thought we were going to move that bill pretty fast, and now I've heard it's going to be postponed until September. You know, with the problems we're having in the Middle East and with Iran, could you tell me real quickly, Mr. Chairman, why we're holding up on that and not moving it more quickly?
All right. I'm limited to 4 minutes and 25 seconds. But yes, my understanding was I want to accomplish 2 things. One, I want that bill, to me, gets at the heart of the critical economic pressure to try and get the Iranian regime to change its behavior on the nuclear program issue. I also believe that given the fact that the policy for 6 years has produced nothing in terms of deterring or stopping that program, that we should give this administration a strategy of diplomacy, both vis-a-vis Iran and with other countries that are critical to the most effective sanctions, a chance to work.
Did the administration ask for the postponement on this?
No. That was actually once in a rare while I make a decision on my own, and this was that case. I thought the bill made tremendous sense. I want Iran and others in the international community to know where we are headed if there is not either an effective direct diplomatic strategy or a multilateral sanction strategy that comes into place. And so, as I said at the time that I introduced the bill, in my statement at the time of introduction, I will not be moving this in the near term, but I wanted to lay out where I thought we should head if these other... The one thing I can assure you is I have no intention of letting an effort at trying to establish an engagement or carry on to the point where it's a fait accompli and Iran has a nuclear weapons program. That is keen in my mind, and that's my first objective. But I'm also aware of the fact that our isolation efforts vis-a-vis Iran did not stop uranium enrichment.
But you anticipate moving it in September?
No, I anticipate the whole issue being settled by July. But
that would be good. That'd be good. Well, let me just say to...
That's my hope.
I just say to Mr. Liu, with what time I have remaining, first of all, you indicated where Bolivia was concerned that the money was not going to go to the government, was going to go to somebody else for eradication. You know, I don't know how you get money for those purposes and go around a government like that of Bolivia or Nicaragua. And at some point, you don't have to explain right now. I'd sure like to know how you anticipate doing that. The other thing I'd like to just comment on real briefly is we're giving money in this bill to China. China owns over $700 to $800 billion of our debt. They're buying our debt. They're making tons of money off trade with the United States, buying Chinese products at Walmart and every place else. Why are we giving money to China for anything?
Mr. Burton, first, the total amount that we're talking about for China is $13 million.
I know, but I don't care if it's a dollar. Why are we giving them any money?
Which $5 million is for Tibet. And the balance is to support U.S. educational institutions that manage partnerships with China, and $3 million is for HIV.
Why can't China do that on their own? They're buying our debt. And they've said that they don't want to buy any more of our debt because we're inflating the money here and devaluing the yen. So why are we giving them any money? I just don't understand it. You know, I am for helping Israel. I'm for helping countries that are our allies and friends and people that really need the help. But giving it to China, it makes no sense to me. And also this Bolivia issue going around the government, I just don't see it. But anyhow, you can You can go ahead and answer if you want to. You've got 21 seconds.
Well, I think with regard to China, we obviously don't see China as a recipient of U.S. aid in any general sense. The fact that we're supporting Tibet, I think, is something that there'd be broad agreement with. The fact that we're supporting educational institutions that are promoting the kinds of civil society and positive change that we're driving for are very different from normal development programs. I think this fit into the very complicated relationship we have with China, where we're not supporting the government of China directly, but we are supporting activities in China that are in our interest.